Hello, Helmut Flash here with a flashpoint message of why it is important that you not only grow your own business constantly, even if you perhaps already have enough money and even perhaps enough freedom, which most people we talk to in 35 years consulting dentist doctors, as well as small businesses, as well as very large businesses. But let's talk about the small ones because those are the ones who have usually not enough money and or not enough time, unfortunately often also both of it. No, it's sad for the most educated people to be in this position, but they usually are. And here is one or two reasons why you should not only try to grow your business, even if you happen to be okay in time and money, but should be creating second and third or whatever businesses with it. Okay. And should be doing it in a time when it is good, more so than in a time when it is bad. But at the same time, not wait till the time gets good with the first one till you do finally start the second one. No, 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 no. Look, if you have work which has to be done in your office, you will have noticed that you will give the work to one of your employees, which is already rather busy, does a lot, very productive. You very rarely give important work to be done now, kind of, to somebody who isn't very productive and stuff. So you might have people who stand around doing absolutely nothing, kind of, and just going through the day, and yet you will give it to the person who takes work. Or if you don't give it to her, it's that person who he or she will take on the work and say, okay, I manage, and will usually manage. So if you would not work to be done, give it to a busy person. So if you're right now very, very busy, whether you make good money with it or not, that is the time to start also other business. So here's the reason. First of all, I think I heard Elon Musk saying, and I believed in that same sentence a long time ago. I'm not even sure it's a sentence of him. But here it goes. There gotta be more to life than getting up in the morning and solving problems. No, you gotta get up in the morning and trying to set new goals, new posts, and like, this is where I want to go. Not for greed of money, no, for fun of doing shit. Yeah, and yes, money will come in there too. And if you want to have relative free time, and actually not like when we were 18, maybe we were managing to buy a car and had no money to go out and invite girls and pay the cars and the dinner or whatever. Kind of like, okay, so there's something missing. So in order to have fun, whatever that fun is, whether it's starting a new business, like Elon Musk buying freaking Twitter, for whatever, how many, 40 some $billion, or whether you and me buying some other business for a little bit less or starting it, or whether it is for laying on the beach in Costa Rica. Whatever it is, it still does require money. But it's the fun of creating more new businesses, which is very important. Most people try to change their business, their strategy of business, or try to find a new product, a new service, a new business when they have to, because the old one doesn't work anymore. Why? Because economy in a certain way, because there are advances, and then they kind of like, you have to, because your product, your service is not anymore in demand, it sells, whatever it may be. That's a bad time to actually start on it. Of course, if you have no other choice, then that's just as a good time as any other one. But the good time is like starting to do it while you're in the other business. And here I have actually very good news. And that is, with the event of internet, with the event of social media, with the event of all this digital type of stuff, almost everything we do to market our businesses and to run our businesses is somehow digital. If we set this up correctly, let's at this moment just talk about the marketing part, okay? That very setup to market around 20 or 30 or 60 or 100 miles around you, whatever the parameter is from where you do get patients and or clients, that same parameter, that same setup will work for selling stuff around the world. Anything, by the way, and everything. And you can sell it anywhere you want or anywhere which you wouldn't want to do. You wouldn't decide to sell sun cream where you want to, or vitamin B where you want to, or t-shirts where you want to. No. You want to find items, and of course, there is knowledge on how to do this very, very simple. In fact, the internet made it almost like, looking up a tablet, looking up, okay, boom, boom, boom. This item sells super well, pays a super good commission, and it sells in this place well. And it does that for the last 6 months, 6 years, whatever, because it doesn't actually matter. Because it doesn't matter whether 6 months later it doesn't sell well anymore in that area. Maybe it moves to another area. Maybe it completely gets dead. What is important is that there will always be items which sell well somewhere. That's about setting up a new business. So why not get up in the morning and try, kind of to set a new goalpost, especially if doing that, having that thinking, will automatically 100% also get your existing business bigger. In fact, you start off working on your existing business and then morph that into the second one. Okay? Unbelievable. But here's the thing. In order to have fun in life, in order to actually be able at a higher age, whatever that is, still physically be fine, mentally be fine, be playing with the kids, the grandkids, and all that, it's not about only having money. It's actually about staying active, learning more new things, all the time. That actually is what keeps us young. The fun, the hunt, we probably with 50, 60, 40, 70, like me, we probably don't hunt the same thing anymore. We hunted with 20. But it's all about that hunt. You've got to engage in that. And yes, if you happen to be some greedy, wants only money and thinks money only solves the problem, funny enough, that's the way for it too, And by the time you reach it, you probably will realize that having the fun of it was much more fun than the actual money gives you. Which, hey, buying nice cars, living in the area where you want to, being able to go on an airplane and fly first class or whatever it may be, is also fun. And yes, for it, you need money. But realize that you should grow your own business continuously and all the time. Okay? It doesn't have to be a chore. It's a pleasure. It's beautiful because it's like, okay, how can we do this? Or how can we learn how to do this would maybe be a more correct way? And then at the same time, well, how can I use that highway and that vehicle, whatever that is, to also do something else? Imagine you have a car which probably you use, 20% of the time. The rest of it stands in a garage, in a parking lot, in your office, grocery store, wherever. Imagine if you could use that 80%, which you now don't use, as a moneymaker without you having any type of hassle. I'm not saying it can be done, but eventually it will be with self-driving cars and etc. What about if a similar thing can be done with the setup in your practice you're already having to create actually more income with other businesses than with your practice? All right? At least more scalable. And whether it takes a year or two is beside the point. It might not. Go mainly for setting new goals, for, realizing that things change so fast these days that if you're relying on one business and one area alone, especially if that business is nailed down, and if you look at government regulations, I don't think they favor doctors very much. So whatever life you now have with insurance companies and governments and whatever life they allow you to have financially and time, if you actually believe that with the next president or with the next whatever, that will get a lots better, then maybe my video is a bunch of garbage. But if you actually kind of go, well, the trend in the last 30 years minimally, I just say 30 years because that's how long I'm good, 30 years in this business helping dentists, hasn't gone any better. We actually work a little harder for our money than we used to. Our education isn't anymore as profitable naturally as we thought it might be 30 years ago or as it was 30 years ago. If you actually so kind of like realize that the government will not come to your rescue and say, oh my God, you beautiful doctors, you need to be rewarded. And from today on, we subsidize you. And for every dollar you take in, we give you $4 extra. If you realize that that won't happen, but the opposite to a degree will happen, then you should go and try to grow your new business, your own existing business, and please and start extra and new business, especially if I tell you the infrastructure of your existing business can be used for that. Not just can, should be used. So give us a call. Let's do a discovery call. You might not sign up, as I always say. If you're not signing up, you are in the majority, because most people who do talk to us do not sign up. But one thing is also sure, most people super, super love what they hear, and it gets them at least going in the right direction. It gets the wheel moving again, which might not be a little rusty already. It gives them new idea, and eventually, as you then go through life, you will see things and go, isn't that what that crazy guy Flash said? Yeah, okay, I see it. Okay, and next thing you know is you might be, as first of all, growing your business anyway, and second of all, create a new business. Give us a call. Ciao.